Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Michael's Corner. As always, you guys can follow me on social media. Facebook is Michael's Corner. Twitter X is at Michael Pam. And YouTube channel is Michael's Wrestling Channel. So this afternoon, I want to bring back my guest who appeared on Michael's Corner before. Um, Referee TJ Bowles, as I will be talking more about Discover Pro Wrestling 7 and down, what went down at Discover Pro Wrestling 7 because I did watch the entire event on YouTube about 4 weeks ago. So I'm going to not waste any more time. I am going to bring in TJ Bowles. So give me a second, you guys.
Hi,
Hi,
how's it going?
good. um, I cannot see your face.
Is there a chance I can just do audio only? I look kind of slobby over on this side.
Okay. All right. All
Otherwise,
right.
I could probably throw a hat on or something real fast.
Just throw a hat on
All right, give me a second here.
with your heel self.
Hmm.
We're gonna get to that in a moment.
All right,
There we go. Now that's much better.
there we go.
So, as I was telling everyone, I did have the opportunity to watch Discover Pro Wrestling 7 on YouTube about 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Okay.
And I really love the show, by the way. Yeah, because I'm their sponsor. So I watched the show in its entirety, and it was a great show. But the one match I really liked was the main event between Paul Paul Vert and Sierra, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner, if Paul loses the match, he would have to leave DPW.
Yep.
But there was something interesting. It was during the match, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. It involves you. Okay?
Okay.
It involves you.
A lot of stuff there involves me.
Yeah, you. Yep, it involves you. Woo, I didn't expect, I'm going to say like this, I didn't expect you to turn on DPW and join Paul Burt and his goons. And I was shocked and surprised. I was like, no, TJ Bowles, that's my friend right here. So now I got you on Michael's corner, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. I'm gonna have to tell you what the heck what the heck was going on, and what lead to you making that heel turn?
You may call it a heel turn. I call it smart. Like Mr.
Oh
Verk,
my God.
Mr. Verk, the leader of Century, the grandmaster of it all. He knows what's going on in Discover Pro better than Eric did, better than Eric Nordrum ever did. Ever since I've been with Mr. Verk, I have been hitting the gym more thanks to suggestions from X. I have been more successful in every aspect of my life. I am so successful that I am running my own stuff out here in Green Bay under Mr. Verk's advice. Mr. Verk has been nothing but joining Century is something I should have done from the beginning. Ever like I was tired of being on the losing team. I was tired of always being the ones, having to raise the hand of the bad guy. You call it a bad guy. You call Mr. Verk and Century a bad guy. He's the smartest man in the room. He gathered X. He gathered Rampage. And you know what? Before that match, I was still bent on what I was going to do. But yet again, just like at every single Discover Pro event that they have out there in Duluth, Minnesota, that Mr. Verk was about to go away with the win again. And I was tired of always losing. So I switched teams, I switched sides.
Wow. Wow. I see
See,
what.
you have Mr. Nordrum, you have Eric, right? And he aligns himself with Sierra, all right? Someone whose cat looks like it hit every branch on the ugly tree falling down, right? She's so proud of her little tot, her little cat. You have Joey Jet Avalon, who's been doing this so long. I'm pretty sure the next time he super kicks someone, his bones are going to turn to dust. You have he has Alex Riley on his side, the Wanderer Alex Riley. He has a dress up in a Halloween costume that nobody's scared of, right? Just to try and get a little bit of intimidation. And then you have that other Jamoke, RJ, who, for so much for being the senior official of Minnesota, man, get out of here. I show up, I take your job, I leave. All right. So these are the people that Eric surrounds himself with. Now let's take a look at the people that Mr. Verk surrounds himself with. He has the devastating muscle man himself, the mystery man X, right? You have the flyest player in the game. You got Rampage Santana, right? He tears it up everywhere he goes, upside, downside, left side, right side. All right. And now he's smart enough to bring in me, right? He's a genius. And I can't wait to see what he does for Discover Pro. Not just what he does for Discover Pro, but look what he's done for Discover Pro already, right? We're getting more attention, more views, more word about us, more news. Everything's been going better ever since Mr. Verk has won rightfully and fairly Discover Pro Wrestling from Eric Nordrum. Eric would have just driven it into the ground. Verk and Century is the future.
Oh my God.
Tell me where I'm wrong. You didn't stop me once because you know I'm not.
Even though Paul's gonna slap my hand when I say this, but I see Paul Verk. He's doing some underhanded tactics, if you ask me. I heard from Eric that he likes to cheat. He likes to scheme. He loves the misery of others. And you know something? He better be lucky that I wasn't there. Because if I was at that event, he would have lost and he would have left DPW and Eric would have got his company back. But no, that didn't happen.
No, you're lucky you weren't there. You're lucky you weren't there because none of that would have happened. Not a single one of those things. Verk would have still come out on top. He would have planned for that. He has a contingency plan for every single thing he does. And tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Take a look. Ever since DPW 1, ever since DPW 2, every single situation has fallen into his hands. Again, I was on Eric's side. I was just like you. I was on Eric's side. I was with Sierra. I was with Joey Jet Avalon, right? And I was tired of losing. Eventually, you're going to see the light too, and you're going to change sides just like me. I like to be on the winning side of history. What about you?
What about me? Well, you think I'm going to turn on Eric on no, because see, you don't understand, TJ. I am the sponsor of DPW, and I can say without me being a sponsor, you wouldn't be a referee.
You know what?
And
Then that's true. And Mr. Burke
yeah,
thanks you.
yeah, yeah, it's true.
Eric's not
You
thanking
wouldn't
you.
have a
Mr.
job
Burke
in
is.
DPW if I wasn't a sponsor. Without me, I have the right, and Eric can say whatever he wants. But without me being that sponsor, you wouldn't have a job. Neither one of these wrestlers will have a job. Because
And
I pour my hard-earned money into this company to make sure that DPW is successful.
and it has been successful ever since
Yeah,
Mr. Burke has won it away from Eric. It was
yeah,
this company would have
and I
crashed
get
and
that.
burned. This company
I get
crashed
that.
and burned.
Yeah, I get that. But you also have to realize I pour my hard-earned money into this company. And like I said, without me, you want to have a job, Paul Verk want to have a job, neither of these wrestlers will have a job.
Burke would have
So
figured something out. I have
you
full
better
faith in
be
Burke.
thankful. You better be
I am
thankful.
thankful for Mr. Burke.
No, 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 no.
And I'm
You got
thankful for
you
all that
better be
Century has given me. You
thankful.
see this outfit? I wouldn't have the prestige. I wouldn't have the courage. I wouldn't have the suave that Rampage Santana has taught me if it wasn't for them. Now I get to wear this nice Tiger Woods exclusive shirt thanks to them.
Yeah,
I have
but you
gotten
also
so much confidence from them. I am doing this interview with you with purple floral behind me. That is how much confidence Century has given me.
yeah.
You see this? You see this? Brand new PlayStation hat. PlayStation. I'm not playing no
Ooh,
Xbox no more.
I
PlayStation.
gotta admit, I like the hat. I'll give you that. I like the
Yep.
hat, and
You can thank
and
Century.
I do got PlayStation. I'll give you that.
You can
But
thank
the
Century.
point I'm trying to get you to understand, all right, and this is me. The point I'm trying to get you to understand and realize is, again, I pour my hard-earned money into DPW, whether you like it or not.
Oh, I love it. It's lining my pockets.
Yeah, but without my sponsorship, you wouldn't. You'll still be just yeah.
Just a Hall of Fame official from the state of Wisconsin, the better state of the two, mind you. How's those
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota Vikings?
Oh Lord, don't get me started with that. Don't
Exactly.
get
How
me
many Super
started.
Bowls? So you are talking to the Wisconsin. I have a plaque right over there to show you. Wisconsin Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame, TJ Bowles. And I came over to Minnesota to help you out, to help you sponsors out. And Verk saw that and he recruited me. And honestly, that wasn't there couldn't have been a better choice by Mr. Verk.
All right. Well, since you said Wisconsin Hall of Fame, I do gotta respect that and give you props for that. But still,
Yep, and me and
my
Mr. Verk, I will do what I will. I think I'm within my bounds here to speak on behalf of Mr. Verk and say we are very thankful and happy for your sponsorship contributions, and we will do all we can with the heading of Verk to make Discover Pro Wrestling the biggest spot in the Midwest.
that's all I ask.
Yep,
That's
without Eric,
all I ask.
without
It's
Eric.
not me. It's like, you know what? I'm not turning on Eric Nordstrom, because I don't want to get my hand slapped by him. But he was the one that gave me the opportunity to be a sponsorship for DPW. So without his contributions and asking me if I were to be a sponsor, I don't think DPW will be as successful it will without my sponsorship.
Eric
So
started it. Verk made it survive.
Okay, I'll give Burke that, but I won't give him credit for what he's the dirty tactics he's been doing as of late in Discover Pro Wrestling.
He does what he has to do to get the job done.
Yeah, yeah, by cheating.
I'm an official and I can clearly see if there's cheating or not. And I haven't seen an ounce of cheating from him, X, Rampage. The two look at that. You have two people volunteering to be part of Century, volunteering to help build Century and build Discover Pro. Eric never did that. They are coming out and they are two well mannered, full blown American citizen individuals who are just want liberty and justice for all. And that's what they do every time. Mr. Verk brings in the best of the best.
Now you sounding like Judge Judy. Oh, but okay, all right. Well, at least you explain why you turn on DPW and whatnot. So thank you for explaining what you did at the last DPW show. So I thank you for that.
I'll never make a decision that I can't explain.
Okay. So let's
Verk
get
knows
on.
when he's got a smart one.
Yeah. Now let's get on to some serious business. I think not too long ago, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, you had a medical issue.
Mm-hmm.
You had a kidney stone.
The size of a marble.
Yes. And I heard. Can you tell my YouTube audience what the hell did you have to go through when finding out you had a kidney stone?
I was in so much pain at work after trying to use the restroom that I was on the ground in pain. I actually puked when I got home and opened up the car door just out of pure pain and immediately went to the hospital where they told me that I have a 14 millimeter kidney stone, the size of a marble, and that I needed to get rushed to the ER immediately. In fact, they even called the hospital ahead of time and jumped me ahead of the line. And I went into surgery 3 days later to get it removed because if I hadn't, and they told me 100 times to make sure that if I had any pain to go back immediately because I could have gone in septic shock and died within hours.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yours truly. I know what it's like to have a kidney stone because yours truly, I had a kidney stone back in, I want to say between August and September of 2009.
Hmm.
And luckily, it was tiny. But that tiny kidney stone, it it is so it's so freaking painful.
Mm-hmm. Once you have
Oh,
that pain one time, you'll never forget it.
yeah. Luckily enough, mine's passed naturally. But let me tell you, that was the most painful experience
Mm-hmm.
I ever experienced in my life.
Got to make sure you
I
drink a lot
was,
of water and you drink a lot of citric acid, like lemonade, because that breaks up potential forming kidney stones.
yeah. I've been doing that, TJ. I've
Mm-hmm.
been drinking lots of lemonade, lots of water, because that's what the specialist has told me. And ever since I've been doing all of that, TJ, I haven't had not one kidney stone.
Yep. I've had
I
two.
still, yeah, and I still have that big jug of water that the specialist has gave me. I still got that big jug, you
I
know.
also want to say that while I was in the hospital, when I was recovering, my lovely wife decided to create a GoFundMe, and we were able to cover a lot of the medical expenses. And in no small part of that GoFundMe, so Mr. Verk and Sentry donated and helped me get out of the hospital.
And you know something? I give them credit for that.
Yep, because
Yeah.
then Mr. Verk talked to me before the match, and that kind of set on my mind too. And then RJ tried yelling at me, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And then I kicked him in the nuts, which was amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, like like I said, I was how did you feel when you saw my name on that GoFundMe page?
Very
What
thankful.
Yeah. And the reason why I want to donate some money is because, you know, I I consider you as a friend first and foremost.
Appreciate that.
Secondly is um you've been nice and kind to me at wrestling shows, and I couldn't think of a better friend, than talking to you and whatnot. And yeah, see, we are allowed to have agree on some things and disagree on some things, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And that's what being friends is all about, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We may not always, agree with stuff, or, but yeah, but at the end of the day, your health is number one. And I want to tell you that right now.
Appreciate that.
Health is number one. Because without that, you got nothing.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so that must and like I said, that must been scary experience for you because so since you had that surgery, how have you been? I mean, like, are you performing so much better as a referee as to supposed to before before you got rushed into the ER and all that stuff?
Luckily, it happened right in the middle of me having like a month drought of like, I don't want to say drought, but like a month essentially off of refing too many shows. So it didn't affect me really either way, which I'm very lucky for. I couldn't imagine if that happened to me down in Chicago or up in Duluth or out in Minneapolis or, anywhere away from my hometown here in Green Bay. So luckily, because of the timing of it, everything worked out fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good because, imagine it, like you refereeing at a show in Minneapolis or whatnot,
Mm-hmm.
and you all of a sudden you feel something that isn't right, and you're in front of all these people. you know if that would have happened at one of the shows, I would have been devastated.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
I
you
have
you just
to
saw at Iron to bring up Ironheart Pro. I know you were at recently, and Justin Fowler broke his ankle during the his.
Yes, yes, I heard
Mm-hmm.
he, oh my God, after the show, as I was about to leave or do an interview with Rampage Santana, I could see Jay Fowler. Oh my God, he was in rough shape,
Mm-hmm.
and my my heart was broken because he's always, he's a great performer and whatnot, and to see him get injured like that, and as I saw him being helped out, oh,
Yeah.
oh my God, I just felt devastated. I didn't even know if I was gonna be able to interview Rampage Santana. So I was nice enough to interview him because because I was in an emotional state, you know.
Hmm.
But you might have not seen it on Michael's Corner, but I was just in an emotional state because Jay Fowler is one of the nicest guys I ever met. In fact, I did interviewed him. He's a great guy who
Hmm.
just wants to, improve his craft in the ring. And I tell you, he has gotten so much better.
Hmm.
So, but I do gotta say, never. I gotta say this to everyone, and you guys heard me say this on previous episodes of Michael's Corner, is to never ever make fun of anyone who is injured over an injury.
Hmm.
Because you know what? These wrestlers puts their bodies and careers on the line to entertain us wrestling fans, you know?
Hmm.
And it's that level of respect. And when you make fun or post stuff about a wrestler being injured, making fun of them, that's not cool.
Yep.
That's not cool. If I see some shit like that on the internet or especially on X, oh my god.
Yeah.
Um I don't you see me clap back at these people, or should I call them marks? But yeah, it's just that when I see something like that, I'm gonna, you know, take a screenshot of that post.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say, that wasn't cool. And I was like, this is not cool at all. When someone is injured, this could have an impact on their livelihoods, you know? Just
Hmm.
think about just think about that. And when some people just make fun of you, it's like, come on, you guys. It's like they don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, what you see, we as wrestling fans, we're not allowed to be in the locker room, but I have been on the scenes, you know,
Yep.
because yeah, I have been on the scenes, and I could tell you, it's a different ball game. I stay after the shows to do these interviews and whatnot, and and just out of respect, it's like, perhaps let's talk about Caitlin Diamond, you know,
Hmm.
who is in charge of you know Ironheart Pro. Oh my God, the lock. It's like, as a fair, we're not allowed to be in the locker room. But once like the show ends and whatnot, and everything clears up, I can. I'm telling you, Caitlin runs that locker room so professionally and so well
Hmm.
that it makes me feel like I'm part of her family, her
Yeah.
wrestling family, because she knows her shit, you
Yeah.
know. She knows her stuff, and she will make sure that nobody, messes with me and whatnot. And that's what I like about Caitlyn. She ain't gonna let any fan throw anything in that ring, or
Yeah.
she'll just pull them out. Cause I seen that one time, just one time, she kicked him out.
Yep. It can
And
happen.
that's the reason why I like about her. She runs the locker room with she's flat out professional.
Yeah.
So I want to just put that out there. And actually, I have seen Caitlin Russell. She used
Yep.
to wrestle for the Midwest Wrestling's Elite
Yeah.
um back in September 30th. I
Yeah.
want to say 20, it was around between 2017 and 18. And I gotta tell you, she was so nice to me. And then to see her, kind of retire due to
Yep.
some injuries.
It happens.
Oh my goodness. She, when I heard that when she's gonna be the director of operations in Ironheart Pro, I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see what she can put into the table. And oh my goodness. So she deserves her flowers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She deserves her flowers big time. I got one final question for you before we end this, because I got some other stuff to do before WWE Raw comes on.
Hmm.
So what are the three most important things in your life? Because gratitude has always, I care about like my health, thankful that I have a job, and thankful for being able to be in the wrestling business and being able to travel, from home to, to one city to another, just so that, I can watch wrestling and have a good time so I could tell my people how much of a great time that I have. So what are the three things are you grateful for?
First off, I guess I would say that I'm grateful for my wife. She helps me out and supports me in everything I do, and as far as I've ever gone in pro wrestling. Then I'm grateful for having the opportunity to be in professional wrestling that I have and get opportunities to go outside of my area to be able to help put on great events and to be parts of something amazing like Century. And then lastly, I'm probably grateful for my good health to, relatively speaking, considering we talked about the kidney, just because that also allows me to help not just myself, but help others in situations as well. And I'm able to help just anybody that I can, foster animals, stuff like that.
Okay, that's good. Um, well, TJ, like I said, thank you for taking the time to do this with me finally.
Yeah,
Our schedules has been pretty crazy and whatnot.
you have
Um,
no idea.
so where can fans follow you on social media?
Uh, I tell you what, I think it's less important to follow me specifically. And one thing I would like to plug, if possible, would be following what we got going on out here in Green Bay called Hybrid Wrestling Entertainment. What I strive to make as successful as possible, to do as many good things with this as Mr. Verk and the rest of the Century do with Discover Pro. Hybrid Wrestling Entertainment on Instagram, Hybrid Wrestling Entertainment on Facebook, and check us out on YouTube at, again, Hybrid Wrestling Entertainment, as well as
All right.
try to come to one of our shows.
All right. All right. Send me the link to those things so then I can just plug it in on the description on YouTube, so followers or subscribers can follow that and whatnot.
Okay.
All right. Well, you have a good, you have a great rest of your afternoon, and hopefully I'll bring you back on here.
All right, will do.
All
Bye bye.
right. Bye now.